Hello my dear students, today we are going to learn class 9 social science, okay, civics first chapters. Okay, what is democracy and why democracy? Okay, today we are going to start what is democracy, why democracy. Okay, let us start. So in this chapter we are going to learn about the democracy. Okay, that means democracy is a form of government. We have already know that democracy is a form of government. Okay, and why it is necessary. Okay, why most of the country they want to be democracy form of government. Okay, why it is the base and what is mean by democracy and how it is going to call a democracy. Okay, now let us study. So on the basis of this analysis, okay, write down some common features of what democratic government and non-democratic form of government. That means we are going to discuss, okay, democratic form of government and non-democratic form of democracy. Okay, let us start. Why define democracy? Okay, before we proceed further, let us first take note of the objective by Marys. Okay, she does not like these ways of defining democracy and want to ask some basic question. Okay, so why define democracy? Okay, let us start from one discussion between the teachers and the students. Okay, so here according to our books they are given one story. Okay, let us see what is that story about. So here, okay, here is the story. Okay, Mary is asking, okay, so ma'am, I don't like this idea. Okay, first we spend one whole chapter discussing about democracy in different part of the world, and then we want to find out the meaning of democracies. Okay, uh, I mean logically should not we have approach in this way. Okay, should not the meaning have come first and then example. Okay, here Mary is telling to the teacher that madam, why they are explaining, giving examples, and at last they are giving me they are given us the definition of what democracy. Why it doesn't start from the definition of democracy? Okay, that was asking, and the madam replied to this point. Okay, so you are using pen. Okay, so when we use the pen, okay, then only then that what happened, we are allowed to give the definition of them. At first we, if we give about the definition, then means it is very difficult na, like that they are giving. Okay, so again Mary, but then why don't we need why do we need definition at all? At all. Okay, then if why we need the definition of that definition? Okay, they are asking, Mary is asking, and madam is giving that we need a definition only when we come across difficult in the use. Okay, in the use of a word, we need a definition of a rain only when we use distinguish it, say, from diesel or the or the cloud burst. Okay, so suppose why we need definition, because to differentiate one things. Okay, to differentiate among two things, then means when we give exact definition, that means easily we can identify. Okay, we can differentiate it. Okay, so that's the answer that madam is replying. And another student is also asking, but why don't we need to work on a definition? That means the other day you quoted that Abraham Lincoln to us democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. We Meghalaya also rule ourselves this accept by everyone. Why do we need to change that? Okay, look here. Rebyang is also asking that definition. Okay, why don't we need to work on definition? Then why we are not working the definition? Yes, we have already know that Abraham Lincoln giving the definition of what democracy. Okay, so that means they tried to say that she tried to say that yes, they have given. Why not we accept by everyone? Okay, why do we need to change that one? Okay, and why we want to change it, that definition? Okay, let us see. And madam again reply, I'm not saying we need to change it. Okay, so madam is telling that we don't need to change. Okay, I'm not saying that one. I told find this definition very beautiful, but we don't know if this is the best way defining. We think that ourselves we must be accepted. Okay, we should not accept it something just because it is famous or just because everyone is upset it. Okay, that means okay, madam is giving the right, yes, I don't need to change that form of government, so that means everyone is following, so we have to follow it. No, that is not a right thing. Okay, we have to know that particular things and we should accept it. Okay, we should not believe unknowingly. That means we have to know, and after that only we have to believe it. Okay, that madam is giving that answer. Okay, and ma'am, can I suggest something? Okay, Yolanda is asking, we don't need to know, need to look for any definition I read somewhere. Okay, that means it come from that one. Okay, means people, Katia means rules, so democracy is ruled by the people. In it is the correct meaning, where is to debate. Okay, that means this one. Okay, Yadula is asking, madam, yes, we don't need to explain any definition like that. Okay, that have been already there in the book like that. Okay, he was asking, madam is asking. Okay, that is also a very beautiful helpful way of thinking about matter. I would just say that this is not the only or always work. Okay, so that is not a right one. Okay, so to believe something. Okay, ma'am, so basically what you are saying is that there is no shortcut to our thinking about that matter, which we have to think about the meaning and involved in definition. You got me right, Lester. Yes, that means Mary is replying that, madam, we should not uh, what accept or the things. Okay, yes, the others are following like that. No, okay, that means we have to follow something when we know things exactly. Okay, that means we have to know things exactly. There is no shortcut way. That means we have to know, that means we have to know the whole process. Okay, without shortcut we should not believe anyone. Okay, yes, madam is telling that's the right. Okay, so let us start. uh, let us start. So a simple definition. Okay, let us start. Okay, the definition. Okay, so let us get back to our decisions or similarities and the difference among the government that are called democracy. That means we have so many form of democracy. Okay, what are the similarities and what are the dissimilarities? Okay, you can say that similarities and differences form of that means with other form of government. Okay, that means differences between and similarities between the democracy and non-democratic form of government. Okay, so the first point is what? Okay, that means the first point is the government is chosen by the people. We could first start with the simple definition. Okay, that means we have to start that one from one. Okay, that means what? Democracy is a form of government in which the ruler are elected by the people. Okay, the first point is what? That means democracy. Okay, democracy is a form of government in which that means the representative, okay, the rulers, okay, who rule the government is what? Are elected by the people. That means here they are giving, okay, they want to say that every rulers of the government which is what? Elected by the people, and that particular leader used to rule. Okay, that is not the uh, that is not what the right way. That means the ruler. Okay, that means people used to what? Elect the people, elect the leaders. Okay, that means the electing way. Okay, the way of electing the leader is what? Different in democratic and non-democratic form of government. That was telling, okay, in this point. So let us okay, so this is the useful starting point. Okay, in this definition allowed to separate democracy from form of government, okay, that are clearly not democratic. Okay, let us see. That means Myanmar is a what? Democratic country? No. Okay, it is ruled, they are not elected by the people. Okay, they are controlled by the militaries. Okay, they are controlled by the army. And one more example is what? That means the people have no, okay, that means the people have no say that in decisions. Okay, that means in Myanmar people are not allowed to take any decisions. Okay, so dictator like what? Pinochet means what? It was located, it is a part of what you can say that it is in Chile. Okay, are not elected by the people. That means dictator is what? They are not elected by the people like that. This also applied in what? Monarchy is also, they are not elected by the people. Okay, like even Nepal, okay, even the Saudi Arabia rulers, okay, not because the people have chosen them to do so, but they because they have been, because they happen to be born into the royal family. Okay, that means in Saudi Arabia or Nepal like that, the rulers, okay, the rulers are not chosen by the people. They are what? They were there because they are belongs to the royal family. That's why. Okay, this simple definition is not an educate. That means this simple definition is also not give us the proper meaning. Okay, so it remind us the democracy is the people rule. That means in democracy it is ruled by the people. Okay, we are be calling that almost every government that hold an election, that that would be misleading. That means every election, okay, that means in democracy we are telling that democracy is what? Choose through election. That means every election is going to be what? Every country which is elected through elections, okay, they choose the leaders. Okay, they are going to call the democracy form of government? No, every election, okay, through election they are choose their leader. They that countries are not what? Democracy. That means every elections, okay, through election they choose their leaders. Okay, all are not included in democracy. Okay, some are non-democratic. Okay, let us see how. So that is why we need to careful distinguish between the government that is democracy and one that pretended to be one. Okay, we can do so by understanding each word in the definition carefully and spelling out the features of this democratic government. That means we have to know very carefully about the definition of government. That means every elections, okay, if we have the rulers, that means we are going to call democracy? No. If we have done election, that means we are going to call it democracy? No, that is not a right way. If we form the government, that means they are going to call what? Democracy? No. Okay, we have to understand it very carefully. Okay, democracy, okay, the feature of democracy. Okay, democracy is a form of government in which the ruler are elected by the people. That means democracy is a what? Form of government, the rulers are elected by the people. We have to know these are very carefully. That means the ruler, if we have a ruler, that means we can call it that is a democracy? No. If we have done election, that means we can call it what? A democracy? No, that is not a right. Okay, that means people, that means all the people are allowed to vote. Okay, that means the people who are the people who elect the rulers to get as or get the elected as a ruler. That means the people who are involved in the election. That means we have to know very carefully election. Okay, then how they conduct. Okay, we have to know very carefully. Okay, so and finally there's a form of government, and form of government is also very important. Okay, so we have different form of government. Okay, so like in India we have what? Representative form of government. Okay, so let us start. Okay, major decision by the elected leaders. Okay, what are the major elected? Okay, this is the point number one for the feature of democracy. Okay, this is major decision by the elected leaders. Okay, so leaders. Okay, so in Pakistan, General Pervez Musharraf, okay, his military corps, and in October 1999, okay, he overthrown then means he overturned a democratic elected government and declared himself as a chief executive. That means in October 1999 he declared himself as a chief executive. Okay, later on he changed his designation to the president. Okay, that means after executive he changed to president in 2002. Okay, so and in the country that granted him as a 5-year extension again, that means so in during the previous Musharraf, okay, Pakistani media and human rights, then all the democratic activities were what banned. Okay, they are malpractice. Okay, that means they are not allowed to function properly. Okay, in August, okay, in August 2002, what happened, and one new framework, okay, legal framework was ordered. Okay, so in that what happened, president can dismiss the national and provisional admin. That means all the power are what under the control of the president. Okay, so the work of the civilian is supervised. Okay, that means every work is what supervised by the National Security Council. You can say that it is dominated by the military officer. Okay, after passing this law, that means the election, okay, that yes, election was held. Okay, election were held, but for the namesake only. Okay, elected representative, that means the elected representative, they are not given full power, they have only some powers. Okay, and all most of the power they are enjoyed by the military officer and the previous Musab. That means there is a dictatorship, okay, in Pakistan. So Pakistan was under the control of what previous Musharraf. Can we are going to do we are going to call him that as a democratic? No. Okay, so people may have elected their representative to the national and provincial assembly, but whose elected representatives are not really the rulers. Okay, so in Pakistan what happened, they are not what giving full power. Yes, they have done election, okay, but they are not getting what powers, okay, to the elected person. Okay, then all the decision they are taken by whom? By the militaries. Okay, so we can give that finalized in a democratic country, the final decision making the power must rest with the those elected by the people. That means in a democracy what happened, they should provide full to the people, okay, which was elect that means the decision have to be taken by the representative, okay, which is chosen by the people. Okay, but in Pakistan they are not given. Okay, and next is what? Free and fair electoral competition. Okay, that means there should be what? Free and fair election. Okay, yes, in China what happened, election, yes, China was doing election, okay, regularly 5 years, okay, after every 5 years. Okay, and so for electing the country per look here, parliament called the Kwango Remin Daibyo, okay, Dahui, that is what? National People Congress. Okay, that means they are going to what happened, Congress has power to appoint the president of the country. Nearly, okay, look here, 3000 members, okay, were elected in China. Some member are elected by the army. That means they used to elected by the army and contested. That means they should, for contesting election, they have to get approval from the Chinese Communist Party. Okay, that means they are under the control by the this Chinese Communist Party. Okay, so what happened, or it look here, hell to the government is always formed by the community. That means the government is what? Always formed by the what? Chinese is what? Always formed by the Communist Party. Okay, so in 1930, okay, in Mexico, that means the election used to hold every 6 years, okay, and elected president. Okay, till 2000, okay, until 2000 the country had never been under a military or dictatorship rule until 2000. That means from 1930 to 1930 to 2000. Okay, that means every election is won by the PRI. Okay, PRI party, that is Institutional Revolutionary Party. That means this is very important. PRI means Institutional Revolutionary Party. Okay, so they have won everything. Okay, look here, this is very important. So that that means the PRI used to control everything. Okay, and they used to hold, okay, election, but they are not enjoying. Okay, So look here, that means this PRI, okay, force the government office and attend the meeting. That means every people, every office, they have to support to the PRI party. Okay, that means sometimes they are looting, there is no free and fair election. Okay, sometimes they have to shift their what from one place to another. Okay, the polling booth also they have. That means we can say that democracy must based on the free and fair election where those currently in power have a fair chance of losing. Look here, in democracy, that means we should have free and fair election, but they are not getting now free and fair election in Mexico, in China. Okay, here. And next third point is one person, one vote, and one value. That means a person, okay, there should be one person and one value and one vote. Okay, in Saudi Arabia, what happened up to 2015, women are not allowed to cast their vote. Okay, like that in Ethiopia also, the Russian minority, okay, they are not have right to vote. Okay, in Fiji also, what happened, indigenous, okay, in the only indigenous people, indigenous Fiji are allowed to cast their vote. Indian, okay, Indian origin Fijian, they are not allowed. That means that means their value of vote is very less. That means their value is not same. Okay, so these are that means this is not the right thing. Okay, in a democracy, what happened, that maybe belongs to what other caste or community, but they should get equal value. Okay, in a democracy is adult citizen must have one value, is vote must be have one value. That means one vote, okay, that may be from woman, man, or rich or poor. Okay, they should be what equal. Okay, but in some country like Saudi Arabia, Ethiopia, okay, Fiji, they are not having. Okay, and the fourth point is what, look here, rule of law and the respect for the right. Okay, that means in Zimbabwe, okay, in Zimbabwe attained the independent form of white minority rule in 1980s. Okay, that means here in Zimbabwe they were ruled by the what, Janu. Okay, PF. Okay, so the party led the freedom struggle, and what happened, they are these leaders. Okay, they Robert Mugabe, under his leadership, okay, that they got independence. Then what happened, from when they got independent, and he was ruling. Okay, he was ruling and he was opposing. Okay, and the election was practiced, and what happened, there was unfair practice in election. Okay, so he tried to what, give more power to himself, and no one is what, there is no accountabilities. Okay, so that means all were what, under his control. Okay, there is no rule and respect for right. Okay, everything, that means they want to be what, autocratic form of government. Okay, so popular leader can be autocratic, we can show that they are under the control of only him now. So that's why they are not getting the what rule of law and respect for right. Okay, that means everything is violated. Okay, that is called autocratic. Okay, look here, a democratic rules, okay, within a limit set the constitutional law and the citizen right. That means they should get right now. They should get right. Every office bearer has the certain right and the responsibility assigned by the constitution and the law. Okay, each of these is an accountable not only to the people but also the independent official. Yes, that means we should give we should give what happened, some right to any other also, but here they are not given, they are what, autocratic. Okay, so yes, let us know the definition. Democracy is a form of government in which the ruler are elected by the people. That means we have already know that this in democratic country, what happened, the rulers are elected by the people. Okay, so few point we have to remember, that means ruler are elected by the people, take all the major decision. That means the ruler have to take major release decision. Okay, and election offer a choice, a fair opportunity. That means election is what, free and fair. That means it should give equal opportunity to all the ruler and the next ruler also. Okay, so that means opposition ruler also. Okay, this choice and opportunity is available. That means that opportunity should be available to all the people. Okay, The exercise of this choice lead to a government unlimited by basic rules of the constitution. That means they are giving what basic ruler of the constitution and the citizen right to all the people. That means they are not control. Okay, they are giving some uh, basic right to the citizen. Okay, and next is what, why democracy. Okay, why democracy is yes, we have already know that yes, what is democracy. Okay, so now next is what, why democracy. Okay, why democracy is also very important. Okay, why democracy is very important. Why peoples, okay, nowadays why people are what they want to be, what democratic form of government. Okay, let us see. So this conversation, okay, look here, the leader keeps changing in a democracy. Okay, and what happened? So argument, okay, they are giving the argument against the democracy. Okay, so leader goes on changing in democracy, and this lead to what, instability. Okay, in democracy, in all political competition and power play, there is no scope of moralities. Okay, so number third point is it lead to delay. That means it delay the decision. Okay, and next point is what, bad decision. There is a bad decision, and democracy lead to corruption, and ordinary people don't want to is know what is good for them, and they should not decide anything. Okay, that means ordinary people. Okay, these are the what, demerit of the democratic form of government. Okay, so argument for democracy. Okay, let us see what are the argument for the democracy. Okay, China. Okay, there was a famine in China in during 1958 to 1961. Okay, so this we can know that this is the worst what, famine in the world. Okay, nearly 3 crores of people died. Okay, in China. Okay, but during that times India is also what, the economic condition was not much better than China. That means during that time, okay, India economic condition is what, not good. Okay, so India did not have famine or the China like that. That means India doesn't have what, good economic condition, but India doesn't face the problem like what, famine. Okay, the economists used to explain that what, government policy, because of the government policy. That's why there is two different things. Okay, the existence of the democracy in India is made government response to food security in way. That means in India what happened, they are give the government are very responsible for their peoples. Okay, so they have given to food security, but the Chinese government did not. Okay, so that's why there is a large scale. That means they have a what, no food securities. Okay, so there is no opposition party. Okay, there is no opposition party in what, China. So that's why they are facing that big problems. Okay, so democracy country is the best form of country. That's why India is that's why in democracy is the best form of government. Okay, that means opposition parties, they are doing also their work now. That means whenever there is that means the government rulers, they can do whatever they want. No, okay, if they do something wrong, that means the opposition party is get ready to tell to the people now. That's why they have to do they have to do good things. Okay, so a democratic government is a better government because it is more accountable form of government. Okay, democracy is good form of government. Why? Because there is an accountability form of government. Okay, and next is what, there is another reason why democracy lead to the better decision. Okay, in decision making also democracy is based on what, consultation and discussion. Okay, so they are taking good decision. Okay, thus democracy improve the quality of decision making. That means in democracy what happened, the decision are not taking very hurry. Okay, they are what, doing very what, in depth, and they give their decision. Okay, and third point is what, democracy provide a method to deal with the difference and the conflict. Okay, that means that also they are giving. Okay, democracy also provides some that may provide a method of deal, how to deal and how to differentiate and how to and conflict. Okay, then in any society of people are bounded different what opinion and interests. Okay, in India is a what we have a social diversity. Okay, we have different caste, religions or something like that. Okay, but we have to know that problem also. Okay, in democracy no one is permanent a winner. Okay, then mean in democracy no one is permanent. Okay, then mean they can change, the government can be changed at any time. Okay, so democracy enhance the dignity of the citizen. That means they are giving respect to every citizen. That means the government are taking care of the dignity of every citizen. Okay, like fundamental principle, that means equality. That means our constitution is giving more importance. Okay, so that they are poor or educated or something, that means they are giving respect. Okay, and last one is what democracy is better than other form of government because it allow us to correct its own mistake. That means in democracy what happened, they are giving what no guarantee that make mistake. Okay, cannot be made in demo, no form of government can guarantee that one. Okay, then means this is the only, it is better than other form of because it allow us to correct it on mistake. That means in democracy they are giving what to correct our own mistake, but in others form of government they are not giving this one. Okay, that's why this is the best form of government. Democracy cannot get us everything and is not the solution of all the problem. Okay, that means if we have democracy form of government we are going to solve all the problem. No, if when we compare with the other form of government, then democracy form of government provide a better than any other form of government. So that's why what happened, democracy form of government is considered to be the best form of government. Okay, so and next topic is what broader meaning of democracy. Okay, so the meaning of democracy in the limited and the descriptive sense, we have understood democracy as a form of government. Yes, we have already know that democracy is a form of government. The most common form that the democracy is our time is that of a representative democracy. That means we know that democracy is a good form of government. It is a representative form of government. Okay, so a majority is allowed to take decision on behalf of all people. That means the majority, okay, the majority party or the winning party, they are allowed to take the decision on the behalf of all the people of the particular states. Okay, or no particular countries. Okay, so even the majority does not rule directly. That means all the majority rules. Okay, they doesn't rule directly. Okay, majority of the people rule through through their elected representative. That means they are not controlling everything. Okay, they are distributed their power to the other representative also. Okay, modern democracy involves such a large amount of people that is what physically impossible for them to make sit and take a collective decision. That means in modern democracy, democratic form of government, so people are not allowed to that means they does not what participate physically, but they are collecting their decision. Okay, so even if they could not, the citizen does not have the time, then desire or skill to take part in all decision. This give us, that means but the minimal understanding of democracy. That means if they are not participate, that means we have understand, that means in any ways, okay, or directly or indirectly they are involved in decision making. Okay, so in democracy form of government, indirectly or directly the people or the citizen, okay, they are involved, okay, in decision making. No other form of government they are not giving this one. Okay, so that means the operation of democracy, the operation of democracy beyond the government. Okay, that means the democracy, okay, have to operate according to what, according to people need. That means they have to do for the welfare of the people. Okay, that means democracy is what, not only in what form of government. Okay, we can apply in our daily life also. That means suppose in your family everyone they give their opinion, and they share and they take the decision. Okay, that is also we can say that the democratic family. Okay, so if in a class the teacher does not allow to ask any question to teacher, can we call it that is a democratic? No. Okay, then means we should allow the student to ask, okay, to take decision. Okay, then means we have to discuss, okay, and debate with teacher and student also. Okay, so one leader and his family member decided everything in this party. How can that means in one family, suppose any decision is taken by one person, that is good or what? No. Okay, that is not good. That we cannot call it what? Democratic. Okay, in democratic, then we should also apply in our daily life also. Okay, so this apply to all the government or the family or any other organization. Thus democracy is what also a principle that can be applied to every sphere of life. That means we can apply to every sphere of our life. Okay, true democracy will come only when no one, that means suppose we have to grade, okay, food to every person. Okay, so that means in democracy country every citizen should get what? Equal facilities like that. Okay, so the value of democracy is very important. Okay, so we should enable us to judge and accepting democracy and identify its weakness also. Okay, so we cannot what fulfill all the people, but we have to give minimum. Okay, that is the minimal democracy and a good democracy. That means we can provide something now for the better. Okay, so there can be a various way of taking decision, okay, democratic manner, as long as the basic principle and consultation on the equal basis is accepted. That means we have to give, okay, respect to all the people. Okay, any citizen, we cannot make it look down. Okay, no country is a perfect democracy. That means every country is not perfect democracy. Okay, so we can neglect something, but everyone is what? Fulfill their minimum requirement. Okay, that means democracy has tried to realize the ideal of a democratic decision making. Okay, this is the strength and the weakness, okay, of democracy. The fate of the country depend on not only just what the ruler do, but mainly on what we as citizen do. Okay, that is what distinguishes democracy is a form of government. Okay, that's why we are calling that democracy is form of government. It is much good than any other form of government like monarchy, dictatorship, or one party of government. So that's why democracy is considered to be the best form of government. Okay, so that's all for today. Okay, thank you.